reserve judgment?
Yeah, I guess we'll find out. We'll
Yeah.
have to Counter-Strike do the talking then, Jason. As we get into the game, I like this from VSM. It's a good starting position.
He does that a lot, doesn't he? He's a man who likes
like-
to find his center. He likes to
Ooh,
chill.
and he high-fives the first bump too. There's a lot to like about it.
And then he springs up with a smile.
I'm ready to go. I
Ready
do
to
love that
frag.
Snow's laughing and smiling. I played so bad, like with a big smile on his face. It's like, okay, nothing can take the smile off his face, I guess.
Nah, he's just a kid living the dream, isn't he? What is there to be sad about?
Yeah, Wildcard are going to try today to make him very sad indeed. Well, we've got plenty of utility here for Wildcard's T-side pistol. Let's see what kind of direction they want to take this one in. Nemanja going up in towards Banana.
All right, nice and chill. Very far back from this T-side on the opening, looking for any aggression. Four-man stack from Wildcard towards that B bomb site, or excuse me, from paiN towards that B bomb site. So with the manpower here, they'd love to find this kill, and they've got it. Good shot off the flash from Snow. 5-on-4. But a Hall's popped the final play, and it's only safe to defend.
Yeah, Safe just waiting down inside of the pit. Let's see what he can do with this USP in hand. He's taken down straight away by HexT. Cleared out, locked through, and that bomb plant will come in. So it'll have to be a retake if paiN can pull this off.
Yeah, two going to be flanking from the B bomb site from the base of Banana, coming up brackets right now. Two coming from CT spawn. They need to clear out this player over in Halls. MHL playing a tricky position. Now you can see Pyria, he's going all the way around through Halls. So the retake is going to be quiet, but it's going to be extended.
Gonna try and come around the back. MHL just about gets that headshot off. Instant trade from VSM. Second shot is good. Reich actually peeking him, giving up his position. And now HexT and 60 trying to win this one alone, but VSM has come in with brilliant headshots, leaving HexT alone inside of the pit. That defuse being stuck. HexT can't get to it, trying to get the angle. Body blocking. Imperia has taken the frag. Time is close on this defusal, but it is pulled through by paiN. VSM with essential kills and some body blocking right at the end has delivered paiN the pistol.
Yeah, really nice from Pyria, stepping in front of the defuse as well. Good understanding of the situation. Even jumping off the box, so you can close the gap quickly, but that is all VSM. Some nasty shots. Opening from Snow. The entrance is great. This trade all important. That's VSM, and then that shot right as well. Pit player swinging wide. Beautiful with the P2K and 1-0.
Three Tech 9s, two Galils here for Wildcard. Strong second round force spot available to them. Nemanja trying to get that opening kill with the Tech 9 at top. Banana hasn't been able to connect it.
A little bit dicey though. Snow almost getting caught by that Tech 9. Not a bad look from Nemanja. All right, mid-smoke fading now, so another will be chucked out towards left side. Couple players at top mid for Wildcard to try and take a little bit of control. There's a smoke towards library, smoke towards the cart. And we're going to try and wrap around this bomb site, but against the rifles, you can gain no ground.
There's biguzera trying to take them down towards top. We've got MHL. There's Galil. He's fallen through. Snow with a quick headshot. MHL gone. And then Wreck to topple. So ends up being a nice, comfortable 2-0, considering that was a force buy as well. paiN are going to be happy they handled it. Should get the reward of 3 in a row.
Yeah, they're going to have a great advantage and obviously plenty of cash blowing up. So yeah, if you're paiN coming into today, this is obviously the ideal start. I think you only lose 1 in this round as well. 2, excuse me.
I think one of the things that we've noticed from American teams is that they're realizing there's not enough depth to really get a full American roster these days. So they just, you go and pick up these European players, but I feel like eventually that might just hinder you, like as a region over time. If you're always having to go and get these European players.
I think it's so much that like we don't have enough players in North America. I think it's sometimes the roles and like the quality of players in certain roles. Like if you notice, a lot of the Europeans are bringing over Alpers, IGLs.
Yeah.
Those are two things we don't have in America because all of our experienced players haven't stuck around over the years, over the generations of teams. So that knowledge base keeps getting reset.
They're doing quite a bit with these pistols. There's 2 kills early.
Yeah, actually, this is a little dicey. Pyria's very low on HP as well, but he's maintaining a little bit of aggression over in Halls.
Got an M4, so Nemanja's got a rifle to play with. This would be a ridiculous round to lose if you're paiN, so you have a moment to catch the breath, try and reset, get control of this round again.
Yeah, it feels like it almost happened, paiN in the same situation as us. It happened without them even realizing they were in that much danger. VSM holds the line. M4 is up next. He's going to tuck himself in. Wants information. He's got no support. Holding on as long as he can.
Yeah.
Triple kill. Really well done from VSM. 8-1 start for him, and 3-0 for paiN.
Yeah, handles that one well. High fives being dished out for paiN Gaming. Happy to start the way they have. And for the side of Wildcard, I better get going right now. As AK-47's coming out utility. No AWP yet. See what kind of T side they've got for us here. Yeah, if you let paiN just get rolling at the start of Inferno, I mean, your task is already difficult enough trying to beat them today, but you put yourself in a massive hole and it's just going to start crumbling. Safe gets up on top of the boost. Good nade strike to trade out on Superior, but Snow gets on right back through the smoke. And immediately the problem for Wildcard will be that they can't play the round they had in mind.
Yeah, I think this is a little bit of paiN wanting to like tell you right out of the gate that they're going to be in your face, that you're not going to have all the comfort in the world. Really good opening round from paiN, being aggressive, 2 different points, disrupting 2 different parts of this round from Wildcard. 3 versus 4 as they try and recover a deficit. There's deep banana control from the CT side, so 3 players can slide over to this A bomb site. Very, very strong defense gets shored up. It's VSM and Pit. Safe and biguzera on Rap side. Gonna get aggressive. And there's a boost up. Safe. Oh, he peeks it, he reads it.
As Hex taken down, no issue. 50 seconds left on the clock, and Wildcard going for a last-ditch effort towards long now. Safe has got the scope up. He's gonna hear the steps. biguzera will confirm the presence of them rounding the corner. Utility on hand, kill finish off by biguzera. Safe actually sticks around in the flames, he will perish.
Yeah, and actually it's kind of important that 3 players survive. You can see biguzera backing off, doesn't want to risk the life, wants to grab a new cheeky angle and make Rec make the decision. Good dink, should be an easy cleanup, and that AWP can be recovered. There it is from biguzera. Smart play. And that's their 4th on the board. I love that. See, there's a nice little detail that I feel like a lot of teams at this level sometimes miss, is biguzera could have taken that fight and maybe even had an advantage in the 1v1, but you risk obviously dying and giving it away and giving him more opportunities. Back off and let your teammate get involved in the action. You're the one who's got the aggro. He knows where you are. So let your teammate play next and then you can pop out on contact. Just preserves an M4 for the next rounds.
Nade will break the top banana smoke. biguzera going forward. Rec going to be taken down with a quick shot on the rifle. I'll hold the advantage for now. Wildcard sending players up through banana.
Oh, he saw that. He saw that. Now I got to back off. You don't want to swing that angle.
No, going for it, and that is going to cost him. 60 going into it. biguzera does well to get both kills there. That really stabilizes things. You can't do anything despite the kill from 60. And then the follow-up, but there's a hero play required with 25 HP here. Have a little bit of utility, try and carve up the map a little bit.
Yeah, and he knows there's a 3rd player who activated that aggressive play with the utility as well, which is why you see him not trying to press into the bomb site. 1v3 though, that might be his only play, is see if you can find that 1v1, win it, and get a bomb plant. But that opportunity has slammed shut. So it's fall back to address the flank. Piria's holding it.
Yeah, I got to chat with 60 at the start of the year, the Flom land, and we were talking about like what he's learned from his time in Complexity, going out and playing against the European teams, practicing against them, playing a couple of tournaments. We definitely seen him struggle as soon as he hit that level, but
yeah,
I think he got more and more comfortable as the weeks went on. I think we got to see some improvements. Just talking about the learnings that you have when you play against these top teams and just how much you get punished for indecision,
Sure.
how many different options you have to have available just to play against a team that's at a higher level.
Yeah, the different understandings of different nade pieces and how you're going to react. I think the big thing too is lineup coming together and still not found their comfort together. If they ever do, the individuals can look much stronger once they get better as a team. Mid push from paiN to peek into ult mid. That's Piria, and he'll go down. Good find from 60.
60 in MHL. Nice couple of kills for them. We'll put VSM, biguzera, and Snow into a 3 versus 5. So finally a great look here for Wildcard. But VSM has been a beast so far. So let's see if he can pull this back again for his team. He's caught with a flash. Oh, the spray's ugly. He's going to be disappointed about that. Flashbang makes it quite awkward for him. And you can see him on the player cam as well. He knows he could have done better in that situation. He wants that back as much as possible, but unfortunately you have to concede. It has to be a save call here for paiN.
Yeah, don't need to be too hard on yourself with that one. You can tell in his brain, he knows he's got to get 2-3 kills if he wants this round to be any chance for his teammates. So he's thinking, he's trying to line up that second kill already. It's thrown off a little bit. Good job from Wildcard. They get punished 5 rounds in a row by aggression, and this time at least they negate it. Picking off the AWPer, peering down towards ramp, picking off the push, being ready for that peek into alt mid. And this time paiN's disruptive strategy goes against them. First round on the board for Wildcard, 4 players survive.
Terrorists win.
And maybe, just maybe, with a round win like that, you force paiN to go back to the defense a little bit more standard. Maybe you force them off these aggressive mindsets and get a little bit more space to work with. We'll see how the rest of the half plays out. Good job from 6E. This is nice as well. Little peekaboo, and then an easy trade coming into the bomb site. Round 7 is underway.
Good nades towards Pyria. Down to 32 HP, so he has to filter away almost instantly. Well, you're trying to send some grenades up around half wall. He'll receive some of his own. Safe and Snow sit back together. A little bit of a passive setup on B, not wanting to challenge for top banana at this stage of the round. They've got the AWP, so they feel comfortable to just wait for contact. Is that going to work out? Yep, Safe's going to nail it. Flash drops for Snow. He goes into the open. They're distracted. They're looking towards CT, and that's going to set him up perfectly. Going out again. Snow looking for a second. He's got it. He's handling this pressure very well indeed. He nearly gets a 3rd kill. And the grenade will finish it off. biguzera sent forward. Safe to close it. In these rounds, these are the ones that make you worry about Wildcard, because they're just too easy there for paiN.
Yeah, well, I mean, more so the entire half. If you look at it, if you only get a 1 round win when you're given those first 2 kills with aggression, like how do you ever find out? How do you ever break into the bomb site? That's kind of what paiN is telling you right now. Is okay, you haven't been able to actually break into a site yet. So you beat us when we pushed forward and got aggressive. We gave you those kills. We gave you the opportunities for them. But now, if you have to create your chance at an opening kill, can you actually do it? And so far in 7 rounds of play, the answer is a resounding no. Another buy, though, from Wildcard because the last round was so clean.
biguzera could have shot on towards Nemanja. We got Pyria waiting in the hallway. He takes a dink on board, but he removes HexT, so we're looking at a 5v3. And again, it's just disappointment for Wildcard, losing too many players early. It's tough to see how they're even going to get close to winning this round. Got to make a play. You got to make a reckless play.
Yeah, but they're going to be ready for it as well. They know he was under some pressure. That's good utility usage to get Snow out safely, but caught at the end of the day. You wanted the play, you wanted the risk, and Rec finds a kill off of it. 3 on 4. Bomb is geared towards the B bomb site. Safe rotating over with an AWP and a supportive flashbang, and that's going to activate a peek.
Yeah, MHL ripping apart biguzera. It's great to see Wildcard digging deep and finding the responses, finding the essential kills to get them back into this. Now paiN wondering, do we send an extra player to help B, or do we hold down this 2-man setup? Okay, Safe is being the difference right now. That kill has just carved out Wildcard, removing 6E, and now they're making that rotation. So this round is going to get so much more difficult from this point, but Rec is still stepping up. He's down to 3 HP, but he's fighting. He's got VSM out of there, so Safe and Pyria. And look at the health on Pyria, 39, but Safe again. It's just Rec, 3 HP, down at Banana. And Pyria even has utility. If he throws that fire, yep, you can't peek into that if you're Rec, so if they can cross, but it's a massive gap. He's actually going to use it. Rec can push forward. Rec has done everything so far. 3 kills to his name, time taking. Rec's got it all. Unbelievable from Rec. Fantastic play in this round.
Held the timing, perfect peek as soon as the molly comes out, the follow-up utility to protect the defuse. What a clutch from Rec. Spectacular.
That is just hard carrying his team in that round. That's a 3 versus 5. Rex is the one that steps into the smoke. He takes the risky play, trying to get away with it. Manages to do it, fights towards CT on low HP. And oh, that Molotov was so bad as well. Allowed him to have that gap to push up and play.
Yeah, they wanted it to clear out the corner on the left side, right? A hard one that you have to be really, really aggressive to push into. It's the shot on the op. Like, that's actually played really well from paiN. It's safe holding this angle you think he's going to have, but Rek just deletes him. Look at this peek. Whoop. And then the timing where Pyria has got nade in hand, a smoke to drop onto the bomb.
Well, that's going to hype you up if you're Wildcard. At least 3v5 recovery.
Yeah, it's going to hype you up, but if you call that timeout right out of it, you got to keep the team measured, because your only 2 round wins right now are the free openings you were given and this incredible clutch from Rek that recovered a terrible situation. You're not going to get many more of those in the half. It's keeping you alive, it's giving you a chance to break the economy, and then maybe you can get the T side rolling, the playbook rolling, but you have to have this round. The miracles have gotten you to a position where you can recover.
Yeah, Safe just waits, looking down the hallways. Be able to connect onto HexT.
Good smoke is going to negate the offensive smoke. So defenders of biguzera and Snow can breathe a little bit easier while this smoke is up. Another smoke will come in. biguzera's got the only utility left at this bomb site. Another smoke goes down. That'll stall out this hit. 4 players just arrived here in Banana. But biguzera's got the HP. Snow boosted up low on health.
Here they come, right through the smokes. Haven't checked Snow. Not going to look for him. He's going to punish. His teammate goes down. Snow gets away. Safe trying to connect another shot through the smoke.
Yeah, biguzera tried to activate just a little bit earlier. He was waiting for Snow's contact to go through. He expected it to happen a little bit earlier, and paiN's not going to go for this. With the economy the way it is, they're going to say, Snow, good luck getting out. It's all on you. He backs away safely. That'll be a 3rd round for Wildcard now, but they don't get the economic break because they don't take the weapons away. But at this point, rounds are all they really care about. They'll be happy to escape with a 3rd. And 2 in a row as well.
Of course. 6C are not going to be protected behind that. And it's going to be safe to at least pull 1 extra away. But Wildcard starting to feel like they're finally playing a T side here.
Yeah, putting it together out of that timeout and a little bit of momentum. So yeah, things shift a little bit. They've taken a deep breath as paiN called their first time out and a chance to talk things over and what they're seeing and what's been an issue for them. Decision to make, maybe return to some of the more disruptive, aggressive openings that they had earlier on in the half. They had to go away from them once Wildcard punished it once or twice. Now maybe you return to just throw it in the mix. See if you can catch them off guard as they've got comfortable winning these rounds in a row. Six to 3 coming out of the timeout.
Now we just see a quick fist pump coming in for Rek because they know if they do recover this half, it's thanks to him kickstarting it all. Finally got paiN on the ropes economically. Got 2 for Mass, a Deagle, AWP, and M4.
Yeah, because of that Deagle on biguzera over towards the B bomb site, starting with a 3rd player, VSM, in support with utility in case there's any kind of fast take towards the half wall. So the idea to be disruptive was there. And off the quiet and the silence, with weaker weapons, they want to gain an advantage in map control, and they've got it. Snow with his deep position.
Safe.
Oh, he's not even ready.
He didn't check him. He didn't see him. 6C able to explode upon the screen. And a fantastic headshot towards Safe. That is going to open things up massively. VSM tries to move into position. Trying to combine with Pyria. 6C's ready for the fight coming off the truck. Hex going to win the engagement. VSM has to get a double, and he will. Quick rotation. And M4 now for biguzera. He's going to use that rifle to devastating effect. HexT is cut away from his teammate. And now MHL and Nemanja trying to recover this. And because of the kill, the fashion that they get it in, the attack starts at a weird timing here for Wildcard, and they're still having to make it work. Snow rotates and gets caught through the archway. So it's biguzera backtracking, thinking that's the opening. And in fact, he's going to run knife out into the waiting arms of Nemanja. And that round is just weird.
That's just, well, it's so well played in the 2v2 from Wildcard as well. They recognize they have the advantages. Once that kill comes in, paiN have no idea where their second players are, where their two players are. They have control of the map. This is such a nasty piece of gaining control. It'll be interesting to see who maybe was responsible for that. Is it Pyria not spotting for that cross, for that kind of map control? Is it Safe not being aware that that's a possibility? But the miscommunication between those two defenders causes that round to fall apart. And paiN now, alarm bells ringing, 3 in a row for Wildcard. This dominant half has disappeared.
Sure has, and it's crazy to see how quickly it can turn, because it didn't feel like Wildcard were even in this game. They were just getting outmatched individually, couldn't even see a world in which they get into a bomb site. And then all of a sudden, a clutch from Rec from a 3v5, and they've just grabbed control of the first half here towards the end.
Yeah, absolutely crazy, the turn of events. VSM looking for a cheeky kill, someone not paying attention, but HexT is so ready. Back away from any further danger while his team walks into the B bomb site. Utility is up in the choke points. biguzera gonna fire off a blind shot, and this should be a 5th round for Wildcard, who are looking like they're gonna be aiming to tie things up in the last round of the half.
I think this first half is a real example of the entire story surrounding paiN Gaming. It's like sometimes really good, sometimes really bad. Like, it happens so quickly.
Yeah, you've seen the night and the day.
Yeah, it just happens so quick as well. Fantastic work from Wildcard to dig deep and get into this, and we'll be now going into the last round of the first half for the chance to tie things up.
Especially Nemanja had 1 kill for a lot of this half as well. Really quiet individually on the scoreboard as the IGL trying to work this team into getting some T rounds on the board, and now that it's coming, he's got some extra frags. Up to 4, calling a good game, calling 4 rounds straight. Good job from him as well to get Wildcard oriented after all those losses. 6-5. 1 away from tying it up.
Last round of this first half then. paiN Gaming finally back to a decent purchase. They're going to have what they want. All powerful Safe, rifles on the rest, and have some speed for Wildcard. Towards Banana. It's going to be Nemanja going straight through that smoke. In fact, he's accelerating all the way. Look at this. Just wanting to fight with some confidence towards the coffins. And this is going to be panic mode for the paiN defense, trying to arrange themselves, trying to slow this down. And with the utility, they have got the result.
One's creep towards the end of Hall's HexT. So that might be the launching point that they really enjoy having. They want to work their way in his direction for a Hall's pop. They're just going to use this advance to peek into the bomb site, start applying pressure. There's the pounce. And once again, the timing. Nade in hand, and he gets away. Safe and Pyria again. A little bit of disorganization between the two of them.
There's 60 straight away. Pyria cut away. We've got biguzera.
And this is the worst weapon for the job.
Yeah, I mean, we know biguzera's had a couple of big AWP rounds in his career, but this just looks way too tough to deal with on your own in the pit with an AWP. And there's going to be 5 players coming your way.
Can't even swap out to the M4 in pit because of the noise queue. So wants to at least take a shot with the AWP. I think that M4 is going to be too far away to swip out an action. There's a good one, but they're progressing slowly. So have a chance for a second shot.
I think this position's just really tough to get out of against the rifles.
Yeah.
You got to be very agile. And we've got 60 and Nemanja taking the essential kills, and it will result in a last-ditch 1v4 retake attempt from Snow. But it'll be 6-6 here at the half. I gotta say again, it's fantastic how Wildcard have done this.
Yeah, it's a wild run. I mean, no pun intended, true, but 5 in a row after the way this opened up, the way it was looking. What a phenomenal recovery from Nemanja and the boys. Snow gonna go down last. No one peeking, no one giving him any chance at a 1v4. 6-6 is the score at the end of the day. Wildcard have all the momentum inside the server, and they gotta be very pleased with how they've played in this opening half.
Yeah, it's gotta be such a deflating feeling for paiN, who come out, they're playing exactly how they want them. You're not letting them even get into the site. Rounds are done. The only round that you lose is one that you go a little bit aggressive, and sometimes those advanced moves don't work out on the CT side, but for the most part, you had everything you wanted there, paiN, and you just let it slip, and that's got to feel like such a deflating feeling just across the board.
Yeah, and I think frustration. I think the amount of times they got caught. I mean, if you think about it in some sense also, there's a little bit of bad luck that goes in the way of paiN. You think that rec round that ignited this comeback, being able to peek that last player, nade in hand, finding the perfect timing with 3 HP, this execute right here at the very end, you find the timing where the balcony player pulls his smoke out, so you get a free opening kill. So you've had a little bit of bad luck go against you if you're paiN, and certainly for Pyria and Safe, that's led to a lot of frustration at the tail end of the half as they dropped 2 critical rounds for their team at the A bomb site. Second half pistol is live. Dualies on MHL. Plenty of utility for the CT side as well. 3 sets of it, a kit on HexT.
There's a couple of Julies going out towards top middle, but it's Sixy and Rek who have taken a couple of great headshots here. HexT will join them. This pit still falls flat for paiN. Very comfortable indeed from Wildcard, only losing 1 player. This is brilliant. Yeah, absolutely brilliant.
That also just kind of catapults all that, you know, the ments in that building, whatever value you want to put into it. But certainly for the players inside the server, they're loving it at the moment. You win 6 or 5 in a row to close out the first half, and then you grab the pistol, and you feel like there's no stopping you. Especially when you call the perfect pistol round, a 4-man stack, and as soon as they see the utility come, 1 player's dropping a nade in the choke point that does damage. You got dualies and a USP close up, and then you got follow-up layers back at the bomb site. paiN no chance to progress in for a plant.
Yeah, maybe a bit of tilt for paiN setting in as well. Rania has taken Pyria down, so Grenade will go follow. 8 to 6 is going to be over the next couple of minutes here.
It is crazy. It's like we gotten to the point now where Wildcard in these past 6 rounds has been just as dominant as paiN was in the first half.
Yeah.
Like, it is just swapped.
There's a switch again, but we'll have to wait and see.
Whichever team is losing these rounds really hasn't been able to find a way to be competitive. It is just a dominant win one way or the other.
Over on the A stream, we have the Mongols versus Na'Vi.
Okay, spicy game over there.
2 World Cup winners.
Oh.
Na'Vi, yes. The first edition. Mongols.
Second edition.
Second edition, right. Got HexT doing what he can here with the FAMAS. 60 jumping on up, and that'll be a triple kill on the MP9. Extra money as well in the bank for 60.
Yeah, doing really well at the moment. So Bai coming in for paiN now, going up against the unarmored pistols. Wildcard know what's coming next, so they prepare for this. paiN still have gone a very long time without any reason to get happy or excited. A very long, extended 7 rounds in a row lost this stretch. And they absolutely are desperate to put a stop to it. 3 AK-47s, 2 Galils, plenty of utility. Some weaker weapons on the CT side. In fact, not a single M4. It's FAMAS and MP9s. One hell of a bonus round, but the free upgrades would be incredible. And if that happens, the CT side might just get too strong to stop. biguzera opening paiN up very slow, happy to burn some of this utility off the defense. Let them use their flash and smokes early, make the execs late round a little bit stronger. They're showing mid control and bracket control, but not yet taking it. Risky jump, all things considered, for MHL. But doubled up in pit, a 3rd player shifted over to the B bomb site. They feel like with the silence, with the quiet, with no more pressure, it's going to end here. This is all a fake. Snow just wants to be presence and a nuisance. The ending is towards the A bomb site this whole time. 30 seconds left.
Is this setup going to be strong enough between MHL and HexT?
Not if they wrap. FAMAS cannot handle this fight well enough.
That's exactly what's happening. biguzera is low in HP, so he's the wrapping player. Smoke goes down for Moto. HexT is not actually getting involved. It's going to be MHL taking the first 2. HexT has to step up, but he's run out of money. rather bullets.
No time,
and we got
round's
biguzera
over.
and paiN, and yeah, they don't have enough time to get the bomb planted. It's disastrous for paiN. They just let it go. Oh my god, it took way too long for the execution to actually come in, and Wildcard delay long enough, and they do enough damage to slow them down. They don't get the bomb in.
Yeah, they smoke off the wrap. They do have biguzera coming, but instead of being someone who's going to help them get into the bomb site, he's meant to cut off the rotation from the B bomb site, from CT spawn, and maybe help alleviate if necessary. But man, not being involved in that fight, the FAMAS get the mid-range fights that they're looking for, and that is a very nice double pit setup that had no flashes in its face, no smokes, no nades, nothing to harass and make them uncomfortable. And now 8 rounds straight for Wildcard. Another timeout for paiN as they have no answers.
MHL does so well from the balcony there. You know, HexT isn't getting the initial kills, but he's certainly pulling the attention towards him. Makes MHL's life a lot easier with the FAMAS.
That's why it's just hard to call that late round if you're not going to have the it's so hard to clear a pit, clear a balcony if you don't have the smoke to protect you from the bomb site, if you don't have a player wrapping around to alleviate that pressure and take that responsibility. If they don't smoke that, biguzera can fight MHL, and he can't fight towards short. So I think maybe a few mistakes in how they executed the finishing move.
There's a push-up beyond the half wall. It's going to be Nemanja to take down biguzera. Good trade from paiN. It's just crazy how paiN just not here right now. Insane how quickly it all happened.
They have some chances in this round. 4-on-4, and you do have 2 AK-47s. Snow might need to pass that one off to VSM, who's got armor at the very least. But they can't get caught by this push from HexT, who's going to wait for his moment, wait for his time. He knows he'll get the sound cue if someone jumps up onto the balcony. A tricky place to watch for a Hall's play. Being patient, knowing during the silence on the map that paiN likely looking for a push of this fashion.
There's the push out. HexT through the bedroom. Takes away VSM quite comfortably. You can see HexT is worried that they might all be all over the apartments, but the last attack is coming up through middle. 35 seconds left. MHL moves into the side. Bomb dropping back from mid now for a final B. And
yep.
There's currently 2 players still here.
They don't have any great answers, any great decisions. So that's why you see this kind of like back and forth affair where it looked like they're going to finish at A, but this is the only one they've got. Starting to move in, but you've got an MP9 up on first oranges. paiN better clear this. No utility left. Free vision for 6C, free vision for Rec. They've got all 3 kills, and they've got a 10th round for double digits. Wildcard up by 4 on a 9-round run going back into the first half.
All right, let's see if paiN can dig deep and pull themselves out of this. All back here for safe. AK-47's coming out in a couple, but again, you still got some weaknesses here. A MAC-10, a Galil still having to be brought into play.
Ooh.
Good start though. 6C getting caught open in top middle. That's going to give safe the advantage. And the paiN, let's see if they can work the 5v4. There's a reaction coming in here from Nemanja. Straight down Banana. They've offered up 2 free kills. Good trade from Rec. Needed to get that one.
Look at VSM on the wrap side, though. Gain a lot of room. Good shot from MHL. That's the bomb dropped as well. Now they've got control, and you're never going to be able to pick that up. In the smoke, he's got another.
Dude, they've just given it right back. All the advantages filtering away. Safe desperately trying to keep his team in this fight. Rec has continued to push down Banana. Will they consider this?
Oh, he missed it.
He missed it. MHL goes back, and he misses his shot. A couple of misses. Crucial ones from the AWPers, and paiN is going to punish. So it puts Rec into a clutch again. And this dominance from Wildcard started with the Rec clutch. He's going to try it again. Slips up through short. They're not looking the right way. They have no idea where he's coming from. The bomb does get planted. Safe spots him, and paiN's got the frag from within the site. Rec had a shot at that, but finally back to a win here for paiN.
Easy to be critical of how he plays that 1v2, but I think you keep going. I think with that kind of a timing, so concerned about clearing corners over towards pit, I think you just got to risk the timing and move with it. What a hard-fought round from Wildcard. They almost, you're exactly right, they almost gave this round right back. 2 free kills, 5-on-3. And then these plays, I don't think VSM ever realized he had the bomb when he's making that move, but dropping that almost ruins the round. Finally, paiN put a stop to the streak.
Quick break of that smoke, looking up through Banana. It's going to be Snow's first headshot. Nemanja taken down. Sexy will send some shots back through, but again, that's back-to-back rounds now where paiN have got the opening kill.
Yeah, I was going to say that's the classic ingredient for this comeback to happen. Wildcard, not exactly the rounds you want to play out, giving up this many openings, this many advantages to a team that you've gotten a perfect position to beat. You lean on MHL again with his off. Oh, slight gap. Misses the shot. And this defense is going to be decided on this stack. They've got no utility, so don't want to play passive inside the bomb site. They win or lose right here.
Rek with the right block, the ready. Looking down below, it's going to be a quick one from Rek. A second, even better in low HP right in front of him, but he decides to turn.
Oh my god.
And that has cost him because he was the only player on the B side. I think it was in his mind of, oh, I am the last B defender. I want to drop bet down and play safe, but it ends up costing him his life.
Why doesn't he drop? Why don't you play the oh, that's pain. That hurts me.
It's a big mistake. Will it cost them the round, though? MHL and Hex still alive, still with a shot at this. It's only one player over here at B, though. That bomb plant is starting to come through now, so MHL could make the rotation over.
You can't go for it.
But yeah, it's not looking like there's even a chance for it because the AWP is so far away. They don't have enough money to feel comfortable for this, and that has cost them.
Yeah, it's also they need these guns alive to be able to buy in the next round, right? You can see Rek has the money to drop 3,700 by himself. Same with Sixy. It's Nemanja who's going to be in the hard point, but maybe MHL will have the cash to do it. So you have to have this M4 to be able to get another strong buyout in the next round. But mistakes now coming in from Wildcard. The pressure of them knocking on the door of a win here. And now that paiN is starting to claw back, we'll see if that forces more mistakes out of Wildcard. But back-to-back rounds, they've given up opening kills. Decisions in moments that can win you the round not being made, missing the chance to fall back and play a 3-on-3. It's paiN's turn to show that they've got the solutions finally. 2 in a row. Wildcard will buy again, but they're out of funds after this. All important round for paiN. This is the payoff of the comeback that they've started if they can win this round. And a timeout called to talk things over. Get everybody onto the same page for a round that's going to dictate a lot in the closing embers of this opening map. Elimination series between these two teams. Loser is going home.
Yeah, either way, a long way home for these squads. Be more, you know, looking at paiN, it just going out to Wildcard would tell us a lot about where they're at right now. Also, for Wildcard, this would be a very strong victory. Stay alive at least another game here at the Esports World Cup. BSM on a Mac 10. Again, we've been talking about paiN finding some success in these opening kills. Each of those rounds getting competitive.
Much more passive this time from Wildcard. Look how nobody's peeking. Tucked into the corners and mid. paiN's called a Halls pop right out of the gate, right off the rip, and this is perfect. Actually, Alper not paying attention, going to be hard. Hex is watching his back, but how are you supposed to handle this?
Yeah, just dropping out of the balcony down into the pit. Home on their back. Ability is still in play, but there's a free one again. Sixy just standing in the open. Safe is loving that he's finding these. biguzera headshot on towards Hex in the apartments as well. And the bomb plant coming through. You can't do anything if you're Wildcard. You have to back away and save.
Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful play call at a perfect time for biguzera. Just a freebie. He's seen that a couple of times, the aggressive mid defense. So just saying, we'll pop on the other side in the early rounds. Nice and easy. Wildcard push into some safety, but not aware that still a lurker over towards T-Ramp. The AWP able to get a free kill. biguzera, nice patience over in Halls as well, knowing the response is maybe to wrap around the Halls play. You hunt, but you likely won't take these guns out of the hands of Wildcard. So 10-9, they creep closer. Still weapons, still danger on the map for Wildcard. AWP and 2 M4s. But finally, we see a little bit of the impact this paiN offense can have. Really cool dynamic calling from biguzera as they start stringing rounds together and start feeling like he has some success to call off of. 3 in a row for paiN's attack.
Safe burning slightly, but attempting that opening kill on the side of the Molotov. We see Snow losing half of his health. There's a very committed setup towards top middle, but MHL starts to realize there's that gap in the apartments, but that will be covered now with the rotation of Rec coming back over towards Library. They're really anticipating that it's going to be an A play here, at least early from paiN. Once off towards MHL, trying to break up this setup with utility.
I don't think they're going to go anymore. I think that counter Molotov is kind of the show that Wildcard is saying, we're holding on to this. Like, we're going to fight for this part of the map. And I don't think paiN want to really commit too much to that.
Yeah, so they realize they got a rotated player back to defend this B site as well.
Yeah, once they sense the extra defense, they back away. biguzera, he's going to hit a timing coming through. Nemanja looking away, but gets back. Gets his crosshair in the perfect position. Can paiN actually follow up on this now? Because biguzera was the man to create the space with that advantage, and it's no longer there.
Yeah, got to dig deep and pull off a 4v5. We've been playing with the advantage last few rounds here, paiN, but they'll do what Wildcard did in that first half, which is pull off a numbers deficit, execute in towards this B site and pull it off for a round victory. Got Rec hiding at second oranges, getting cleared hard, but no, he's not going to be spotted. Sid gets one kill here for paiN, but it's not enough. And Rec just trying to change up that position and move forward. He's still got his teammate available. And that rotation.
Oh, they're coming back.
He's actually coming back. That's MHL. He's dead. Piri made the play. So he's now calling his teammates to come back, which means the pressure's on Hex to deliver inside of the site. And that FAMAS
big kill.
Has a big fight and a big win over that. 5 seconds left on the clock. Not enough time to put that bomb down again. And paiN just don't know where to go.
Yeah, I can't even fault them though. I don't think that's a blown round in the sense that they kind of got lost on the map. That was a blown round considering biguzera couldn't get anything done. They realized they don't have any advantages coming through that smoke. The only option really to win is to come back to that A bomb site. But even if Hex goes down and that kill goes the way of paiN, it didn't appear there was any time on the clock for them to actually arrive in time. So stalled out, not able to find the success, the control they wanted in the mid rounds. So time is their enemy down the stretch. Wildcard up by 2.
They're safe. Going up into the hallway, he's down to 24 HP. He's going to retreat away.
Yeah, lucky to be alive, but that'll make the op very passive. That's a very supportive element for the rest of the round. And once again, Wildcard really loving this aggressive brackets defense. We've seen this stack, well, like 4 or 5 rounds in this half, it feels like, up on top of the balcony underneath as well. It'd be VSM and biguzera to challenge it if they continue moving up brackets.
There's a quick one from Hex. Sees the second player. Can't get around the corner in time. Here's the push out, and Piri doesn't even consider that position from Nemanja. So that's going to be a quick headshot onto Piri, and a 5v3. paiN just have no shot at getting back into this. Even when Hex runs out of bullets, he gets back to safety.
Yeah, look how proactive they're being. Look how mobile they're being. Now, you have lost your B defender. That opens things up. Safe going to try and press the issue, but again, the 24 HP. Bomb, only chance is that it meets up with him. But Molotov covers the footsteps of Rec, so it's an easy kill. And there's nothing for Snow to do. 1v1 at the bomb site, but he has to get it fast. And then he's got to win a 1v3. Feels like the end to a certain extent for paiN.
Yeah, it does feel like the map's wrapping up now, doesn't it? They had their chance there on the T side a couple of rounds in a row, but that's Wildcard finding their way up to map point. Really impressive showing from them, considering how it started.
Oh yeah, this is a phenomenal recovery in the first half and continuing that momentum into the second half. And outside of a small hiccup of 3 rounds from paiN, his defense has looked really, really strong against the offense. So final timeout, final chance for paiN to rattle off 3 in a row. That would bring us to overtime if they can do it. But you've got money built back up on the side of Wildcard, and you got them playing very well, very confident.
They just got to get the job done now. Don't choke this away. Don't allow this one to go into overtime. Still possible. Though unlikely. Deep smoke down banana as usual, followed by a Molotov behind it. You have Nemanja spamming down, getting in a little bit of an engagement against Snow, and he's done the damage.
Forces a Molotov out early as well. Flash clear over towards Halls. Hex sees nothing. 2 players were in there. They were just clearing things out. So establish no presence at top mid. paiN's going to be happy about that one. Those defensive setups have been bullying them all game long. And paiN start moving towards the A bomb site. 1 in Halls, 3 coming up mid. Safe, his op in support, throwing utility.
"45 seconds. That's all that's left here. MHL waiting under the porch.
They're going to flash him, right?
Surely. Put a little bit of pressure on him. 25 seconds. Here we go. Into the open. Misses. An absolute sitter there. Gets himself into the site. Hex now in the pit. Is this the moment? Oh, they're going to want to get back. Hex inside of the pit's done well to get at least one, but it's not enough for Wildcard to feel comfortable about that initial hold. So paiN have got into the site. Now a decision. Do you even want to go for this retake?
You've got money. I think you're going to come see if you can find anything quick. You got 3 players rotating over. They're going to wrap around middle, play it together. They've got kits. They've got Molotov to flush out the player over in pit. They just need to find that kill when the molly comes down. Pyria might be the player that allows them to activate. Actually, the Molotov's staying way far back. They're not bringing it around here. It's going to be for the bomb site. So Nemanja, he can't find anyone in pit. Now the crossfires are real strong.
Trying to move in. It's safe. And Pyria with all the kills required to make sure that is a strong finish to the round there from paiN. MHL going to want that round back, I think. That could have been a much better story for them if they had found that opening.
But I think you're onto something, too. They might wish they chose to save that as well, or maybe only commit 1 person, and if you don't get the kill, you can back off, at least with the AWP. MHL 2,500, HexT 1,800 in the bank, 60, 3,600. If you're Wildcard, you're probably having a very real conversation right now with Coach Ricks about just saving in this round. Half investing, some 5.7s, some P250s. But this isn't going to be a pretty buy, and if you force up and lose, the next round's not going to be a pretty buy either, so at least give yourself 1 more. Round 23. paiN 2 rounds away from bringing us to overtime. And look at what they're going up against here. Mag 7 on Nemanja, 5.7, P250 in play, 2 USPs. Wildcard prioritizing that 24th round.
Mag 7 just hanging out around the back of the molly. A solo Mag 7. An ambitious weapon, and now he's just been naded incredibly low as well. So his life just gets a lot more hard. And I think for a team like Wildcard, I said at the start of the last round as well, okay, you've done well, you're up 12-9, but make sure you just don't blow this now. And I think, unfortunately, we do see that quite a bit. Like, 12 seems to be just the curse for a lot of teams that are on the precipice of making an upset.
Yeah, you start to see a few more mistakes in terms of decision-making, a few more mistakes in terms of setup, in terms of responses. So paiN making this one difficult for Wildcard, where they've been such a strong force throughout the majority of this game.
There's Pyria. Yeah, a little bit tricky.
Ooh, hello.
Well, much easier when you do that, I suppose.
Well, what's so tricky about that?
Yeah, if we could just do that all the time.
Yeah.
Where was that Pyria throughout the rest of the map?
Well, I think if you're Wildcard, you're like, ooh, that AK sounds kind of cool. I want one of those.
Yeah, Pyria, he welcomes you into his domain. Not a very friendly landlord is Mr. Pyria in the apartments. And the last round of the regulation coming up. So let's see if it's going to be overtime or we head to second map.
All right, well, AWP going to be in MHL's hands. He trades an M4 over to a teammate. So they have all the utility, all the weaponry they need. Hex is going to be stuck back on a FAMAS. The biggest issue is no kits. So you have to imagine Wildcard going to be a little bit stronger in terms of preventing the bomb sites from being lost. Any retake scenario is going to be them at a disadvantage. It's overtime or a map 1 victory for Wildcard. paiN have fought themselves all the way back into this game, suffered a 9-round losing streak, and have still held on to their presence here on Inferno.
And their opponent's map pick as well, giving them a good go at things on the stretch here. The Wildcard get the result they're looking for, they're hoping for. The success for paiN in this half came from Wildcard giving them chances to get opening kills. Not doing that this round, sitting quite passive actually towards this B-bomb side and the A side at the same time. Not stepping forward, not being the player that makes that mistake that allows your opponent into it. "59 seconds left."
Flashbang in mid makes him a little bit nervous. Snow once again wants to apply a little bit of pressure. Bomb's joining up with him in the back of biguzera. I think he's going to eventually leave. Just chuck the utility for Snow. We've seen this round previously. Unfortunately for Snow, a defensive smoke might dissuade him from being that kind of a distraction.
Smoke is going to go down towards Moto. They're getting ready for what is going to be a final A play. 3 players play within the site here for Wildcard.
Yeah, they need to spread this out. Someone needs to get in pit, someone needs to get to balcony right now. That's what MHL is doing. A risky cross with the AWP, but he's got the position, and here comes the hit.
Yeah, it's running in now. Final 15 seconds a couple of times in this half. paiN have run out of time, but now they're running out of players, running out of chances. biguzera and Snow with kills. They've got to get that bomb down, but it's gone in the site. You have to run to it now and start that plant, and they are going to have just enough time to get the bomb down. So it will be a retake required for Wildcard. Otherwise, this one goes into overtime. Nemanja gets smoked as well here at Moto. Precious seconds they can't get back.
And remember, no kits, no utility. If Rhett cannot find this kill on Pyria, who's certainly not going to peek him, I don't think this is possible. Good win.
Oh, that's a big win from Rhett. Could he have more impact here for Wildcard? Moving in, Nemanja dead. Rhett can't get it done, so paiN fight back all the way and secure themselves overtime.
You could see it. We just talked about that fact of being at 12, the ability you're right there to win the game. Look at that defense and how uncomfortable, the lack of decisions. All 3 players in the bomb site. The only mobile person getting set up for any attack that's coming is MHL. He's going and checking rap side through the smoke. He's falling back trying to get standing over and pit. But it didn't feel like there was any real plan of how that defense was going to play the late round at the A bomb site, and paiN's able to break through.
It's like they shy away from the moment, unfortunately, for Wildcard. So they're going out there and taking it.
It's also, a round where you have low economy, little utility. You're probably a little bit sensitive because of that fact. Either way, whatever it was, we find ourselves in overtime. Wildcard can't get it done. Impressive run back from paiN.
MHL straight to the chest of Snow, makes quick work of him. Leaves an opening here for Wildcard.
One's going to rotate back.
Oh, Save's giving some warning shots, not fully punished. Able to stick around. Save's had some really important kills for paiN throughout this map so far. Good that he's still able to stick around in this.
Nemanja's got another smoke to drop as soon as this one fades. There's an op on the other side of this when it clears. MHL going to hold the line.
MHL down banana. Here's Nemanja. AK-47. biguzera gone. Second kill is better. Bomb is loose. He goes again. Pyria trying to fight him. Finally gets the trade in safe. Also took the top banana player.
It's all right. You know even when you come up, you're rushing over that you're going to get beat here by Wildcard. There's going to be a chance to spam down through the smoke, crack it open. Nobody's crossing. Here comes paiN a little bit late.
Yeah, they take the time to coordinate an actual execution, right? So they put the nades in, they limit some of the positions they can be in so they can actually focus on this boost. And 60 is just holding off for the time being, not going over the top just yet. Now he senses the timing, and it's perfect. Bomb goes down in the site. It's all unsafe for a 1v3, and he's blinded and held back. He doesn't have the time to work with. And they're just going to swing him. There's a quick trade coming in from Rek. And that'll end up being Wildcard's 13th round win. Coming a little bit later than they would have liked as the first round of overtime. But
it is a classic, though, isn't it?
Back into the lead.
Yeah, back into the lead. That one done really well from Wildcard to hold off this paiN attack. Snow's not having a whole lot of success with these solo plays, but the deep control is very nice from Wildcard. paiN didn't expect it. Thought maybe it was just the solo defender to have deep information. They were dead wrong. Round 26. Double nade takes down one. Good utility work to soften up the attack.
Yeah, we got Snow over the top of the car, and Nemanja rips him apart. We're down to 3 players here for paiN, and it's just not looking good at all. We're back to the T side we've been seeing from them.
Those are the things paiN was doing to Wildcard to open this up, was get aggressive, deep utility, the classic banana stuff, but finding kills so early on that Wildcard in the early stages of their T-half couldn't even get any tactics even started. Now doing the same exact thing to paiN here in overtime, up in your face. MHL's going to be smoked off, but that's thrown from the other side of the map, so no concern at the A bomb site.
Rex rifle going into the open. VSM dead second, better as well here on Pyria, and that is as clean as you like for Wildcard. As clean as you like. All 5 players staying up. Rek up to his 20th kill, and it really, that was the turning point of this game, was his big clutch on that B site.
Yeah, I mean, that changed the entire nature, didn't it? Outside of like the hiccup, the comeback from paiN was very nice, but ever since that moment, it has kind of felt like Wildcard built up into having the advantages in this game. Felt like they've been playing with the lead ever since then. Lovely work, lovely responses. This Wildcard defense not getting caught off guard by anything all of a sudden. 14-12, a 2-round lead. Last round in this half of overtime before we switch sides.
Good nades here on the Snow. 40 HP. Spam going down as well. Nemanja's just started to come into his own here on this banana position as well. Just so good, and that is filthy. Save jumping in the air for a couple of seconds, and you have Nemanja ripping his head off. I got Rek now stepping up from behind the sandbags. It is domination from Wildcard. Finally back in the rhythm on this CT side. They'll reach map point again. They've got a couple of chances to close it out. And it feels like with this attitude, surely they do it.
Well, they close their T side in regulation with 5 straight rounds. Now they get 3 chances to close out this map. They switch over to the T side, 3 more opportunities. And they've just been so dominant as well. T side, they were just levels above paiN. So this is going to be, once again, it's almost like paiN has to execute yet another comeback. And haven't shown the quality here in overtime quite yet. And they have a decision to make too. Do you want to play the aggressive disruptive style that was effective? Do you want to play the more passive style? I mean, eventually Wildcard found a way to beat both of them, so you don't have anything to lean on. Save gonna take an early peek, finds nothing.
As Pyria. Next is taken away. Opening kill for paiN. Been a while since we've seen that for them. biguzera. Go get another one here as well. Side of the half wall, connects straight to the chest. 15 HP left. Snow, Molotov into the open. It's gonna melt away if he stands there. Smoke goes forward. He's just trying to stay alive and be a nuisance now inside of this smoke. His teammates can try and help him. In fact, he's clearing the smoke and making Snow's life a lot harder. So Snow's gone down in the smoke. biguzera having to drop back with an AWP. And this is doable for Wildcard. A minute just under, in fact, left on this clock. So you can even go back to A if you want.
HP's the issue. Rek has 2. Now he won a clutch with like 3 or 4 HP in regulation, the one you've been alluding to. He'll swap out to the AWP for the moment. Nemanja as well, low on health. They forced a panicked rotation out of paiN's defense over to the B bomb site, but now it's going to slide back. And biguzera and Safe, the AWPers, are going to have a big job to do.
Michelle stepping out into the open, and Safe has connected. Molotov as 60 tries to run right through it. It's actually worked out. He's got a headshot. You gotta love a play like that. And he actually goes back and he makes it around the corner. Despite the low HP, there's still a shot at this. VSM pulled into the open, and now you're looking at Pyria inside of the site. He has to go big or he's going out, and that's gonna be a big headshot. Cleared in the site. Wildcard have done the unthinkable in this round. This is unbelievable. 60 with an unreal round, and biguzera has a 1v3 to try and recover with an AWP. Wildcard are not going to let this one go. Nemanja closes it out, and you've got to say that was the most exciting round we had all map long.
That's a crazy round. That's actually a beautiful round of Counter-Strike to watch back. The way that they were set up to have every next move, every reaction of paiN accounted for, and punish them somehow with that low HP to snatch the final round in the map away. been safe going back, has been in the semifinals of a major back in Rio. So, I mean, you have a lot of pedigree of players who have gone deep in tournaments against the best players and teams in the world. And that's why sometimes it feels surprising seeing this team not able to latch onto anything and get any consistency in their performances.
Yeah. Different story as well for Wildcard, a team who are trying to rise up the ranks, and this would be a massive win to do so.
Well, I'm going to rise up off this desk and leave you gentlemen to it because we're diving into the game. paiN's life on the line on Nuke.
Catch you later, Mike.
See you later, Mike. Well, let's see if it's going to end up being a 3-map affair or if Wildcard can somehow get this done in 2. And we've got Nuke coming up. paiN should be more comfortable here. They've got a lot of utility here for biguzera and Imperia to see what kind of ideas they've got coming into this pistol.
Well, up onto the roof. Bodies for paiN up on Silo. So they want to drop down, and I would imagine drop into mini and hit that upper bomb site. That's what you'd expect, right? How many can get cleaned off? Rek has a chance to destroy this before it even begins. He sees it coming, slides into the fight. It's not great.
Yeah, the drop down is there. Nemanja taking the first headshot for himself. Can't quite get the second, and biguzera finishes him off. But
watch the wraparound heaven.
Yeah, this is the play that MHL is watching. His job is to make sure that he's there ready for this, but they pause.
That spot sucks. You don't feel confident in that position whatsoever if you're MHL. Very hard shot to hit, especially if 2 players are coming out. So 60's lined up over towards Hut, so he can swing and have some contact to help MHL out for sure. But paiN still haven't made their decision. They want to just pump the brakes and make the amount of time being run off the clock very nerve-wracking. Wildcard's defense, likewise, not moving, not budging an inch.
paiN ready to go. They've hit the pause button. Oh my goodness, the timing. I'm getting worried for MHL. Is going to be looking the right way at the right time. Here they come onto his crosshair. Yep, a difficult one, but no swing until the reload happens. Then VSM goes out and gets that trade. So the position's good for 1. It's kind of what we were expecting.
I think they spotted him going towards door, so that's what's getting cleared out. Yep, there it is. Good find from biguzera. Nice patience, and they're still waiting for this play up the ladder. Timing's not there, though. VSM looking for it. That's got to be a kill.
That's the bomb.
That's the bomb. The
He's won the round. He won the round.
As long as he lives. Just go down the vent and run to the lower side. Or go down the ladder.
Yep, he's made it away. So Hex has just won the round with that bomb going down, and that's going to be so heartbreaking for paiN to lose the pistol in that fashion. Oh, Hex. He's loving that.
Dude, it's all down to timing. VSM is even looking for that exact play. He's aware of the possibility. Especially when you hit tab and you see the ramp player still alive, you know the possibility is there and just misses the moment. 1-0 for Wildcard off the pistol, and they get the early advantage. MP9s, M4 being picked up. On the other side for paiN, they go for a second round investment. Tech 9s, a MAC 10 on VSM. Only enough utility for 1 real exec. So smoke wall outside meant to be a distraction. That's not going to fool anyone in a round like this.
Wreck down to 52 health. We got 60 on top of the hut trying to spray away, but he ends up getting caught himself. Nemanja swings around the backside and secures a double kill, which prevents this round from getting out of hand and preventing paiN from even thinking about the bomb plan.
Almost, though. That third kill, Nemanja coming through the smoke, critical. That was a very shocking timing and aggressive nature to that hit. That Wildcard's defense up on top of the hut, using way too many bullets, 60 to get 1 kill, runs out of ammunition, so they almost got overrun. Very, very close to falling apart. Rek's timing wasn't perfect. Nemanja's just there with the kills to secure the bomb site to keep it under Wildcard's control. Now you get an easier time of things up against the unarmored pistols.
Yeah, it's going to be a good lead here for Wildcard being started. And I mean, we were talking about how paiN got off to the better start over on Inferno, and Wildcard had to dig deep to come into it. So you're now a map up, but you're also getting to play from in front to kick off the second map. It's ideal for Wildcard. It's setting up the foundations at least for an upset win. You're preventing paiN from getting those early T rounds as well, and forcing them to have to do the hard work in the gun rounds on the more difficult side.
Well, now you're also maybe going to build up some money on Nemanja. smoke wall is up. He has his teammates spotting this. Oh my god. That's a shot and a half. It's not going to matter at the end of the day. Double kill, traded off. Okay. 2 for 2 outside, not bad. But no rifle recovered. You have 1 smoke picked up on snow. Not enough resources, I think. You need more deagle shots. And they'll let this round slow down. They want to get these peaks from 60. They want to get these moves from the CT side to start getting information of where they are to know where to fight with the deagles. Still going to be difficult even when you have that intel. This one will wind down in the favor of Wildcard.
Low HP just behind that cylinder, and that's going to end up being a VSM headshot on the deagle. Okay, 2v2. Right, trying to stop that bomb from getting down the vent, and he will. VSM will actually... Oh, he missed it. He missed the vent. Now he's gone into the open. Won't give up his life straight away. So Rek to take that one, and we're looking at 3-0.
Never any danger of losing that round, but Wildcard take a lot of pain, excuse me, in that round in terms of taking losses and having to rebuy
Was that
some
pun
weapons.
intended?
That one actually wasn't either. I never intend
Jason.
puns. They're just kind of there, you know?
No, they're for the taking. No, we got big playing later on, I'm sure.
I'm sure a few of those are going to slip in, yeah.
Well, just the AK's out, no AWP yet for save, so paiN's first look at a gun round.
Oh, good kill through the smoke, just spamming the off angle. Pyria goes down for free. That's a disaster in your first gun round, playing 4-on-5 for no good reason.
I think they really struggled when they were going down early, right? It felt like paiN were only finding success if they were getting a clean man advantage over on Inferno.
Very concentrated defense for Wildcard at the bomb sites itself. Especially now that they have the advantage, not wanting to spread out. Don't really care if you have yard control. They've already dropped someone down towards secret. MHL knows nobody's rapping. So paiN have put Snow in position outside on the mini roof. You imagine it's to drop down and pincer into this upper bomb site. 48 seconds left on the clock. 3 other members of paiN in lobby.
"35 seconds. We're really running low on time at the moment for paiN. Gonna try and get out up towards the site. It's Rek and 60 waiting together. VSM is safe, start walking their way through. It's gonna be Snow. Well, first VSM to follow through, and just like that, paiN have turned the man deficit into the advantage, and forcing Wildcard into the save call.
I mean, a very weak defense in that upper bomb site. If you consider that if one player goes down, the next player is just a free kill, like that's not strong enough for being in a 5-on-4. So despite the fact that you were playing consolidated and more centralized, didn't have an extra player in the upper bomb site to defend, and I'll just say that's too easy for paiN in a 4-on-5 to just walk out the upper bomb site. Not even utility use. Snow peaks mini, and then it's just on. Wildcard, they let that one slip away. They're going to be frustrated after the opening kill they found in the first 20 seconds from 60, spamming into the smoke at Squeak Door. And then you find nothing else. 3-1 for paiN. They're on the board early.
Terrorists win.
Here's how it started, and then everyone backs off and plays so far away that paiN get complete control of the map and just waltz in. 1 kill from Snow does it. Plenty of cash for the CT side to reinvest, but it's running low after buying here in round 5.
Outside smoke's deployed, no man, you're gonna slip it behind them. Play side of the garage for the time being. We've got Snow. We'll be on the other side.
A support for Nemanja, so he's going to back away eventually. Yeah, I thought they might flash him through, but as the offer backs away, Hex is feeling pressure. They're very close up to him. biguzera's already got a couple steps that he probably won't expect.
Hex trying to fake the drop down into the site with that break, and we'll start making his way forward.
58 seconds again, the timing that paiN used to start taking ramp room. 3 players here, no bomb on any of their backs, but they have the control. Force the rotation out of the defense, who's kept honest. Feeling the potential attack into the lower bomb site, but paiN is going to finish upper. 60 and Rec once again to defend, and once again it's just the 2 of them, and it's the same exact positions as the last round.
Yeah, Util good flying in. Rec gonna try and hold on here. Rifle's not good enough. 60 trying to get a multi-kill, just the single from him this time. As VSM will chop him up. We've got MHL coming in from Heaven. Nemanja can't do anything, and so once you get nothing done with those rifles, MHL does not even want to think about going over the top of Heaven. No, and there will be crosshairs trained upon that very angle. So that's another round for paiN, and a little bit more decisive looking on the T side so far.
I mean, 2 rounds that are exactly the same in philosophy, right? Is just take one piece of critical map control and then like a late quiet execute at the upper bomb site. It happened last round, except it was them taking control of yard outside, getting snow up on top of the mini roof. This time it's ramp room. And late round, those upper defenders, again, top hut against that wall, same exact position, same exact result. Very basic T-side being operated so far, but it's netted paiN 2 rounds, so no complaints here. AK-47 on Hex and off on MHL brought into the next round, but no money to surround those weapons with anything dangerous.
Well, MHL, it's up to him then to make this sing, but no contact coming his way because it's a quick call from paiN Gaming just to run over the top of the ramp down into the B site already.
Yep, now you're seeing biguzera call with a little bit of momentum as well. They want to put a stop to this. USP, Nemanja can't beat it. Now you've got way too many bodies. 5-7 on 60 is going to find a kill. And that's about it. No weapons to save. Now the AWP has to find safety at the end of the round. It's going to be MHL who wants one quick shot on the exit and just gives it up, prioritizes the life of the AWP. So 2 rifles yet again for Wildcard will be brought into round 7. No try up, but now 3 straight for paiN's offense. Have a good feel for how to beat this defense at the moment. That's what I mean too, like you're now getting 2 good calls out of biguzera. This one is really easy, just kind of calling, knowing it's a low buy, going for the ramp rush, feeling the game very well, getting a free round with no real effort put in. Got to be pleased with how these last 3 rounds have played out. And a timeout from Wildcard. They want to get back to their winning ways. 2 gun rounds they've let slip out of their control. 2 rounds, I think, where they've had the opening kill as well. Or at least one of them, he had the opening kill. And now they just got to figure out how they want to play against this slow, progressive offense.
At least getting the weapons back here for the CT side, everything that you want. I'm sure MHL's feeling a little bit frustrated. They haven't really had a chance to get involved yet in this half. Been a couple of situations where it looks like he's going to try and get that retake going from Heaven, but his teammate's not doing enough to even make it anywhere near enticing enough.
Uh-oh.
Snow's got into the hut early on. It's going to be a little bit quicker again. More punchy from paiN. Rec on top of the silos. He's descended down into the site. Let's see if this AK is going to be able to get anything done. He spots a couple of legs in just a second here, I'm sure, but Flash comes in, paiN get through, and that is fantastic out of Snow.
I love this call to change the pace right at the upper bomb site directly early in the round rather than late. You know, out of that timeout, they've just been discussing how they beat you, how you beat them in the mid-round. With a minute left on the clock, 45 seconds before they walk into the upper bomb site. This timing negates all those plans. Really, really clever trick from biguzera to change the pace on him here. And yet another very easy round decided so quickly.
There's a missed shot, and we got HexT catching an AK upgrade on the way out. Gonna take a couple more down with him, but he ends up falling, and so does the AWP. So you go for the call early to save, but you still lose everything. And the round goes perfectly for paiN.
This can't go any better this half, how paiN has gotten started once the guns have come out. They have not stopped yet. 4 in a row for the attack. Looking very clean. Snow at 8 kills. Wanted to see a stronger performance out of him. We're getting it. Calling from biguzera. Wanted to see a cleaner T side. We're getting it.
Side wall constructed. Smokes deployed. This time paiN get a play behind him. Main resource is actually going behind these smokes. The AWP challenge in MHL actually gets him off the angle. He doesn't feel good enough with that scout to challenge against the AWP. So now Snow goes down 2 players. Oh my god, instant kill from the 5-7. There's a second player too with him. It could be a bait and switch. 60, your turn. How many kills can you get? But spotted, he tips that barrel just around the corner.
I think they couldn't decide if they wanted to be aggressive off that kill or back away. Stuck between 2 different decisions. Nice first kill from Rec. No one's able to build upon it. The 5-7 in the lower bomb site to defend. That's HexT. Nemanja still feeling like this M4. If it can shave another player off, maybe he can bring this back into contention. Scout arriving at the lower bomb site. Must-win fight for Nemanja, and he has to back away.
.28 seconds. There's a quick kill from Nemanja. That's gonna pull things back. 5-7 for HexT. Really needed that one. Really needed it, but the damage done allows MHL to get away with another tag as well, but safe will burn him, and that'll be the round victory on elimination. Bomb plant goes down for a little bit of extra cash.
All you can ask for if you're Wildcard, you put yourself in the positions to win that round. HexT had the fight he was looking for, had his chance at getting the kill as well. Tough one to complete.
I'd say, you know, we're talking about the fact that, okay, Wildcard have got themselves off to a good start here on Nuke. They've won the first 3 rounds of play, but it's been so easy for paiN on the T side now. 5-3 up, T side is growing. You're going to be happy with 5 rounds already, but it feels like there's even more on the table.
And nothing's going to matter if they can't put a stop to this now, right? Like, if you can't put a stop to the T rounds now, this half is just out of control. MHL getting aggressive with the off. Oh, misses the shot. He's going to go down. So does the door player, and you still can't handle it. I can't imagine a world in which paiN disappears out of this map the way they did on Inferno.
Just looking so much more comfortable, well drilled on the map. biguzera is calling it a great game. His pieces are doing everything you want. You've got that same performance from VSM that he had on Inferno, but this time to more avail. You have Snow, who's had impact. Pirius just got a double in this round, so honestly, a lot more to be happy about for paiN.
He's called a great game up to this point, but I feel like I can't give him credit anymore. Like, if you see the upper bomb site is just this easy to take, like, it's the easiest call of your life.
More on the wildcard side of things.
Yeah, now you don't even really have to like go into any kind of complex like playbook or tactic or try and kind of mind game them. You're just like, oh, we've taken the upper bomb site 4 straight executes of a variety of different styles. Let's just keep going. It's a classic Nuke problem. The CT side feels so strong, but some games you get into the server and the other team just has the edge onto you into these upper busts, and that automatically just deflates any strength you have in your CT side.
Yeah, it's just when the rounds start like this, you have no stopping power whatsoever.
You don't have it in the early rounds, you don't have it in the late round either.
Yeah,
that's the biggest problem
going on. It just feels like throw the towel in at this point, and unfortunately you've got one M4 back down to some weak weapons again. Rec trying to get a little bit more aggressive, trying to force the issue.
Oh, he heard the footsteps, but they faked it. They're coming back. biguzera, oh, he beats the flash, beats the angle. HexT is pre-aiming ahead, and biguzera is just 2 steps in front of it.
All right, well, This is what we know paiN can do. What we have been wanting to see from them for some time. But 6C's 5-7 all of a sudden has just opened up the conversation to the round again. A quick double kill. Imperial's also low. Snow trying to hunt down that kill on MHL.
All right, a little bit of fight back, a little bit of life left in him. Good find from 6C. Triple kill now for him. He has indeed brought them right back into it in a big way. But the recovery here from Snow, and he knows exactly where MHL is on top of the hut. The drop down is there, and MHL is going to find safety for the moment and call 6C over.
Just a lack of health on both players here. The amount of angles they have to worry about coming back into it, and they're not in a good position yet to attempt this.
6C's got a flash for the bomb site once he gets up heaven. You got to just chuck that forward and let him swing with it.
Flash goes out. MHL's got to land his shot. Got to take his chance. He just can't do it. Safe and Snow got both.
Actually, because he throws the flash and then starts running, the call is the retake's coming mini, so the player in the site turns from the flash. And then he's not blind to turn back and get the heaven kill. That's funny. 7-3, it's a 4-round lead. biguzera's been kind of cheating this angle this whole game, or this standing over towards ramp room. He's like found his way in past trophy a number of times and just kind of been 5 steps in advance of where the ramp defender expects him to be. Kind of a cool way to play it, to mess with timings.
Oh, drop down into the vent. HexT is very ready for that, Pyria. The victim of the rifle, so opening frag here for Wildcard. Oh, another one as well. Man, yeah, through the smoke, so finding a little bit of fortune falling in their favor.
Yes, indeed. Well, they needed it, you know?
They really did.
It's been 7 in a row for paiN, so, you know, give him a break. We'll give him this advantage and see what happens from here. All right, if you can't hold the site now,
well, looked a little bit frustrated there, Nemanja, but
I got nothing to say with that one.
yeah, it's a move that
he
knows that hasn't worked out and it looks a little silly, but they're handing it right back, aren't they? 6C at least standing tall enough with a shot onto biguzera.
2 versus 3 though, and the winning move in these situations throughout this half has been upper bomb site.
6C just waiting on top of the hut. You got safe. You know, down below. Strong angle for the rifle versus the AWP. But this is good. Look at that. Walking right into Safe. His patience pays off. Now you rely upon 6C's got to do what? How has Safe done that? 6C should have absolutely had that kill, but Hex is all of a sudden in a 1v2, and if you don't win this, you're not winning anything. Get him out of the server. Safe has just pulled off something special.
It's a 3 versus 5. That was a 3 versus 5 that paiN come back and win.
That's crazy. How does he get the kill on the hut player? How does Safe come away with the kill on 6C?
I mean, it's a hard shot to hit, but like you could tell the amount of times they've seen a player playing on top of hut, I think is the prediction for that late round, and obviously the jump into the ceiling, the quick drop, I mean, that's just something special. It's a smart play too, because even if he misses the shot, you've at least baited so your AK-47 can have a clean fight or a look at the fight. But for it to start out this way, that kill missed, that follow-up peek taken, Safe able to pick off 2 different reactions. That spectacular shot.
He's in a flow state right now. Great to see him back in the server.
It's the combination of the misfrag from Nemanja into the incredible shots from Safe. That's so deflating if you're Wildcard. They ain't coming back in this map. They done.
No, they always have Mirage coming up next. Safe is probably going to take a step very quickly by the looks of things, and paiN Gaming in full control of this game. Yep, a 9-3 half from the T side, and they lost the first 3 rounds.
Yeah, they lost the pistol, lost the first 3 rounds, 9 in a row, including that second to last one, which is just unreasonable as hell.
Yeah, you don't really have anything to say if you're Wildcard now.
Yeah,
it's like,
but this is also like where the frustration of paiN comes from, because it's like, how is this what we could see out of them? But then in Inferno, when they were gone for like 12 rounds straight, it was just like, oh, please, that can't happen. Because it is fun, it is cool, and it is strong when it's looking good. It's a very nice bounce back between maps for paiN, coming in here on Nuke, not getting dissuaded with the pistol round loss, and just burying Wildcard. Here on their map pick, a 6-round lead as we switch sides. paiN on the defense now, Snow and Puria with dualies. And Wildcard's offense gonna try and make this comeback happen. Long way to go.
Very long way to go. See if they can win the pistol round again. Puria at the ready. Jawberetta is looking down into the single door. And Nemanja into the fight. Good first headshot here. Clears out the first defender. Snow stays composed though, and that's both kills on the USP. MHL and Rex still keeping this going though for Wildcard. It's Safe and biguzera having to come back into this one. Oh, good quick kill again. The Jawberettas, they line up. Oh, Safe is having a map, isn't he? 3 kills there with the Jawberettas. And a big smile on his face because he knows that pistol has just brought them to Mirage.
What's funny is he's not even having a map. He's just had 2 incredible rounds in the past 3. He's got 11 kills. That's what, 3 rounds in the pistol, 4 in the op round. So I mean, it's just these rounds that he's put out in these past 2 have been mental. Really good stretch for him, but clearly nothing can go wrong for paiN at this point. Wildcard buy up with Tech 9s.
They're going to try and pop into the ramp room. VSM waiting with an MP7. He's confident, so he's sticking around. He's trying to get a kill before he drops down, but hasn't been able to make it happen. Nemanja will, though. He's going to try and keep them busy and pinned on this A site. Safe's going to have a look. Oh, he looks away. View model is blocking Nemanja, but he still gets to it. Safe still finds that kill.
Okay, well, you add that with the AK-47 at the tail end of the first half. I think Nemanja is really going to be frustrated. He hasn't been able to connect any of these shots when he's had advantages. Another one there where it felt like he had the jump of 4 or 5 bullets to the Tech 9. Back towards Squeak Door and Hut. That's a dangerous move from Snow, trying to step through the smoke, but as it clears, he's got one. And now you've got the backup there. You got the warning system, and then the M4 spring into action.
Yeah, and Hex is just left on his lonesome with a little P250, now MP9, but it doesn't matter. He doesn't get to hold it for long. biguzera wraps him up, and now 11-3. 2 minutes away from Mirage.
I think Wildcard just has to buy here as well. Like they might not. They might just save on some pistols. But 3-11, it's almost like just fight for every single round. Even with guns, 3-12 is near impossible. But they will sit this round out with just pistols and give themselves one chance with AK-47s to get things started. A lovely look from paiN, and as a reminder, I guess, from what some of the things we mentioned, the ceiling for paiN is just way, way higher from what we've seen out of these two teams. It's just we don't often see them hit it. But they can elevate far above this team on the other side of the server. They're going to close out Nuke in dominant fashion.
There's a nice triple. Oh yeah, VSM, okay. Pistol pulled as well, just to whip it out and finish off MHL. Melting 4 away. Nemanja goes down outside. Map point for paiN.
And one single gun round in the second half for Wildcard to see if they can get anything started. Any round win, any couple, like maybe in just 2 rounds of positivity to at least have the conversation, because you've lost 12 in a row. You're about to go into this map break having lost 13 rounds straight to lose the second map in this series. And now they're styling on you too. VSM making plays that look good to Linkin Park music.
You mentioned Linkin Park, Darth Mike appears, so here he is. So he's going to try and drop back. He's got 51 HP. It's involved in a little bit of a dance with the grenades early on. Porte still going through the motions, but there it is. Another opening kill via a spam down the door smoke. So this time it's no on to MHL. HexT will get one back though.
Oh, are they going to pick up the pace?
Oh, they are, but look at biguzera nipping in behind. He spotted the head of 60 as well. That's the bomb, getting dinked, but still moving forward, still committed to the attack of this A-bomb site. No one's in the site any longer. It's got to be a retake here for paiN.
And 60's involvement is delayed and held out. He's neutralized at the moment out at red box. He's looking for biguzera, but biguzera is going for a reposition. So this VSM flank is huge. Alone in the bomb site. 60 has to make a play now.
VSM wraps around the side. There's the kill on HexT, and now it's 60 being held. biguzera's got him locked in, and that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, paiN fight back a 13-3 win. Dominant showing here on the second map of Nuke, showing that they're so much more comfortable on this map itself, and they will bring this fight to Mirage.
That's the paiN we want to see day in, day out, game in, game out. If we get that kind of paiN and that kind of wildcard on Mirage, it's going to be a quick third map as well. But yeah, they just, you get to see, individually as a team, they have the ability to bury this wildcard squad. Just didn't get to see any of it on Inferno.
A lot more like it here on Nuke.
I swear you set that up beautifully, Mike. But as long as they buy a kit and don't be losers, Jason, it should be fine.
Okay, see you later, Mike.
He's off he goes. Mike off to the mystical place he goes between games. Who knows where that might be?
Well, third and deciding map begins now. Pistol round going live. paiN going to be starting on the CT side of Mirage. Wildcard's offense going to be attacking into them and seeing if they can break through to put some rounds on the board, because it's been quite some time. 13 rounds straight for paiN on that second map to win Nuke. Wildcard going to look to get started early and get that map behind them as fast as possible.
A gun round would be lovely, wouldn't it, Jason?
Any round would be lovely.
All right, here's the pistol. Up first, we've got a P250 for Nemanja and Rek. And they've also got a smoke and flash. So let's see what kind of plays they've got available to them. Rek up first. Looking good. And blocked by biguzera. Now, well done from him. He's going to have all that vision in middle. He's going to move up and start taking fights here. VSM down to 5 HP off of that initial engagement.
Okay, well now you got some space over in middle. Actually, not at all bad. Look at the HP pinching towards the B bomb site. VSM is very, very low. Nemanja looking for any indication of where he's from. They haven't committed yet. Bomb drops out. Good kill from HexT, but there's two more to find here.
Yeah, Imperius just hiding inside of the smoke. It's a CT smoke that's been dropped for some coverage to delay and allow the rotation to come in. And biguzera sharp to that headshot. 60 needed to get the kill in the murder hole. And it's going to end up being a paiN round here. Rek and MHL, a 2v4. There's too many targets, surely, for them to be able to pull this off, but dishing out a little bit of damage. But biguzera's headshots come through, finally gotten rid of by Rek, and he can't quite get the others. So that'll be a paiN pistol, and starting off as they mean to go on.
Yeah, Wildcard not able to break in, not able to get that initial success on the B attack. It's just a long, grindy round, and then once the smokes are down, the USP's rotating over. They couldn't find the next positions. Really well done from paiN. Orchestrated well, hit some absolute bangers with the USPs. 1-0. Without a bomb plant, Wildcard sit back on unarmored Glocks.
There's the jump up. Rek going to be sent into top middle. biguzera plays in con, safe up on top behind him. We've just got HexT slipping out with the bomb play. It's actually worked. That's a matchmaking strategy right there, Jason. It's worked out really, really well. They've managed to slip away with a bomb plant.
Okay, well, you should have never had the plant, but whatever. Small mistake from paiN. The bonus money's not really a huge issue because they're buying in this round regardless. So it's not like it activates something that wasn't going to be there. But we get the first test of Wildcard.
Surely they got it, Jason. They're going to get a gun round.
Rounds straight won by paiN in this series. It's been a long time since Wildcard got to get excited. It was round 3 of the previous map, actually, in which it happened.
Let's see if they can end the streak. Then they get 13 rounds in a row, and then 16. We'd be going back to some CSGO score.
Okay, you want to get really weird is what you're going for.
Yeah, always.
2 in Palace for the Wildcard attack, 2 at the ramp with utility. A execute all day long. paiN sent all 5 players towards mid at the start, so they'll retake this A bomb site. Anything VSM can find on their passage in will be gold.
It's snow on top of the stairs. They're going to start moving out. VSM has taken Wreck away. Second kill from VSM. It's 60, who's gone off the top of the wood. Now got Snow stepping into it as well. Nemanja at the bottom of the stairway. Good double headshot, but he's alone. It would be a 1v5 if he can pull this off. It's not too far off that tap through the smoke, but out he goes. Doesn't have the bomb. That's the big problem here. So even if he wanted to get to that B site, not going to be happening for him.
I like that he's still fighting for this round, though. You got plenty of time. Maybe you could shave off a 1v1, giving a new position to it. So how much can he cheat? How fast can he run towards T-spawn to maybe screw with the timing that Snow, that biguzera are going to feel about the flank? Snow turns. 40 seconds for Nemanja to piece this together.
Yeah, Snow just waiting, low HP, but a better angle, and that is going to result in him getting the shots off early and Nemanja going down. So 3-0 start for paiN. That's the first gun round for Wildcard, and it's gone to the wayside.
Gone to the wayside real easy.
Do we panic right now for them? Or?
Don't panic yet.
Okay.
You could be worried. I mean, this is a round one with MP9s, and this is your set piece with full utility, and your two Hulls players are coming through smoke. So, I mean, you called that tactic, you called the timing of it, and you're still executing through smoke into a Molotov into MP9s, getting wrecked. A couple of free upgrades to AK-47s for this CT side. We're going to do something similar here. MHL, Rec, and HexT all up in Palace. Safe's off back at Ticket. biguzera and Snow playing top con. And they're out already, but Safe's got the first.
There's the rifle for Snow, HexT, and Rec. Just bringing them down, and Nemanja and the 60 going to come up. One through the underpass towards connector. The other out through ramp. Two solo fights, and neither of them going very well. And you'll pick one before being dropped by biguzera. So defending the clean sheet, but 4 play staying alive. You're loving this if you're paiN. Your money's starting to grow already on the CT side, and you've just picked up exactly where you left off.
And you haven't had to feel really all that stressed in any of these rounds, right? Like the worst it's gotten is 3 players alive. The Wildcard haven't even been able to make you feel the pressure of a lost round. Maybe they can do it here. First gun round was a set piece and execute out of T-spawn towards the A bomb site. They got annihilated, so now we're going to spread out into more of a default. Early smokes out in middle. There's a lot of the map gained over by Pyria.
He's going to find a kill as well. Yeah, Rex just walks into him. Now the surprise is there, and Wildcard realized, okay, we've lost so much control of this map. Let's react. Let's try and get some back, and they push Nemanja up into the window.
Yeah, but that's a third of the map gone to them that they no longer have access to. Now maybe you feel like because that engagement was a little extended, maybe Rec was able to say, I hit him, he's low, he's red. You might want to lean in that direction regardless and follow up at that point. paiN starting to slide people over as well. biguzera and Snow traversing through CT spawn. They've got to hustle now with that kill.
Safe done well in the window. Nemanja going to be brought down. You've got biguzera out towards the bench. Gonna look up towards the apartment. Snow and HexT blow for blow. And 3v2, we've got 40 seconds left. That bomb slips out, is going to be planted down inside of the site. And this is finally a round where Wildcard stand a chance. There's still a player down. They've still got a lot of hard work to do.
VSM has a Molotov.
Safe is still at short. MHL starting to move off, not feeling comfortable, just sitting down, but unfortunately goes into the gaze of Safe. So it's HexT on low HP, inside of the side, on top of the ninja boxes, gets out of that position quick, trying to rot the clock, trying to run down this time, and he just can't do it. It was too tall of a task, and that'll be a 5th round in a row here for paiN.
Yeah, I mean, that was the closest opportunity Wildcard had. I like the call, though. You understood you had the confirmed damage that Pyria was going to be a little bit low, go right at him, find a softened kill, but really good job on the rotation over. 1 kill from Market, slows down the progression, buys time for everyone else to be in position, and Wildcard couldn't find the safety to get the bomb planted. 5 rounds in a row to open up this first half here on Mirage. That's 18 straight rounds won by paiN in this series, going back into the second map. And a first time out here called by Wildcard because they're getting stuffed yet again. I think what's tough about it is they're getting stuffed with all the things they want to do, so even though they played that round close, you still kind of feel so uncomfortable because so much of the round feels like improvise and kind of put together on the fly. It's problem solving, but you've never been able to feel comfortable in what you want to execute and what you want to do.
Nice little break of smoke out for biguzera. Just trying to get some info inside the middle. Not going to see too much. T-smokes are still up. And you got Wildcard moving 2 players out towards top mid. And Nemanja just being held back in the underpass by the Flames for the time being. HexT needs to be careful. VSM and nearly gets a second kill from that spot. That would have been very impressive if he was managed to reposition and also take Nemanja down.
Yeah, but you have an issue at this A bomb site now because Palace is going to start pressuring you, Ramp is going to be pressuring you, and Khan now has 2 players ready to attack. Snow's got the job to do in dark. Gonna step out a little bit wider, spots one in the open, connects it.
That's a good kill from Snow. MHL and Victim 0 and 6. A really slow start to the map. He's been having a very tough series today. biguzera nipping in, catching Nemanja as well. Yep, big problems here. They've got to try and get the ball back. And now it's just Rek 1v3. His clutch on Inferno was the turning point for Wildcard, but that feels so long ago, and he just can't even get close to winning this one. It's crazy to see how one-sided this series has become.
I feel like at this point in the game, Wildcard is spending so many resources and nades and pieces of utility just to have like the first step of advantage or map control that they want just to get it safely. They're using a lot of resources that when you get into these later stages, attacking into this bomb site, you don't have any more utility to put into place. You don't have a smoke down for Khan. You don't have mollies to activate. Snow's taking the aggression. Catwalk players are pushing. Bombs dropped in the open. You just are running out of tools to make your closing plays effective. So an execute again at the A bomb site, but mid control is there for paiN. They see nobody's home. biguzera is going to arrive very fast.
Marching out into the sites. It's going to be safe for that first 160 gone. Another one from VSM. And you're just not getting the space you're hoping for here when you try and break out Wildcard. They're just getting stopped in the tracks, not even close to the site. I mean, this is what Inferno felt like in the first few rounds, and I thought we were going to end up with a day like this where paiN just dominate Wildcard. It was something crazy where it just fell apart immediately for paiN, but it hasn't been the case the last 2 maps here.
Oh, and also one of the criticisms we had on paiN when we saw how flat they were through good stretches of that Inferno was just individually no one getting kills and no one producing anything, so the tactics really didn't matter, and I think Wildcard's suffering from that right now. HexT, MHL, and Rek, all 3 of them on 1 kill. Rek and HexT have had good series up until this point as well, so a lot of that production and firepower that brought you through Inferno, that's not available to you here on Mirage on this 3rd map. And this elimination map of Counter-Strike as well. Lose this one and you're going home. And you're so focused now on all the ways you're getting beat, on all the things you're doing to counteract that. You lose track of this push. biguzera and Snow. And counter resistance. Snow's gonna have the kill.
Period. Moves away from the van. He's under the window. 58 seconds left. He's now got his teammate crossing into the site with him, so it's a strong defense here for paiN, especially when VSM gets to the bench. Nemanja trying to beat that lurk. He gets caught easily by Snow, and now they realize there's no one else following up in behind it, so they're ready for the B play.
There's no utility. There's no flashes to activate anything, no flashes to take anyone off the angle, just good trading as they come in. That's nicely done. 2-on-3, bombs getting planted. Missed shot from the op means they have some time.
Yeah, this is not bad at all for Wildcard. This is a round that should have been much more difficult. They didn't have the utility to get out of the apartments, but VSM doesn't get anything done from behind bench, and now you got biguzera and Snow trying to come back into this. They don't have any resources either. They don't have the utility for this. biguzera loses his life, and that is going to be the end of the streak. Finally, Wildcard got a round on the board. Snow give it a go, trying to bring a couple of these players down with him. I mean, the bomb is going to do that job for him.
Yeah, I think at this point, he doesn't care about winning the round. he says, no matter what, I want to take the guns away. So even if you don't come and kill me now, even if you take it eventually, the bomb's going to go off and take the rifles out of your hands. So even in a victory, Wildcard suffer crippling losses in that they have to rebuy everything.
I think I heard the desk hit there from VSM. I think he's going to be very frustrated about that round in particular. It was such a strong setup. You have no flashes coming in, putting pressure on you at all. And you end up losing it. It's crazy to see paiN concede that one.
Yeah, it is a little bit weird. I felt like they were in a strong position for how they've been playing. But either way, no need to slam a desk. You're up 7-1 on the third map. You just dominated them on the previous map. You're still in a great position. You got plenty of cash because these wins have been so convincing. Double off setup now for paiN. Saw it previously. It's coming back out again. Pyria with one, safe with the other. As we go into round 9. Wildcard is 6 rounds back, but there's still time for them to recover this half, much like they did on Inferno. It felt this desperate and this out of reach on Inferno at one point, and they came back to win it.
Yeah, double ops going out for a spin here for paiN. They're coming at B. They're coming out heavy here. Can they break through? Wildcard up against the Pyria sniper. Wants to hold and peel away with one. That's exactly what he's done. 60 will fall foul to the AWP. Now really moving forward. Smoke blocks the vision just slightly, but Pyria gets a second chance and he'll nail it as well. So MHL gone. Oh, VSM didn't have his gun out. Another frustrating moment for him, but it's going to be Hex to make the most of it. The bomb not yet in a comfortable position to even think about a plant. And look at Pyria on this AWP. He is delivering some beautiful shots. Oh my god, okay. That's the secondary sniper for the squad. He's just stepped up like he's the primary.
Yeah, that's actually some disgusting shots for a secondary offer. And even when the secondary offer is styling on you like that, it's a terrible feeling if you're Wildcard. That's not even the #1 offer. And he still puts you down at that B bomb site. He does a phenomenal job working around the angles and working around the smoke, staying alive, being a nuisance, and being a presence. 7-round lead. Back-to-back maps of devastation in the favor of paiN.
The advanced CT setup here in middle is ready to meet the party. 4 players around the corner. Wildcard start coming forward. biguzera taking a while, but spraying away and getting a second there. And MHL now left alone at top mid with just the Deagle. So 9 rounds to 1 here for paiN.
And what I like from paiN too, I mean, we haven't really seen them break into like any craziness of them being so overconfident and so sure of the win that they're starting to get a little bit, you know, make some plays that just don't make sense. Individually, players are still playing smart Counter-Strike appeals. No one's trying to overextend and frag and get the highlight reel going on. They're going to be very hard to break through. There's not really any of those weaknesses that Wildcard might be able to take advantage of. And still in this map have not proven that they can find an opening and find a round victory all in their favor.
Look at this, Nemanja and 60 trying to get under the window. They've crossed by that smoke without being detected. Gonna try and boost the player up into the window room. Try a bit of a quicker play to try and get into this A site, but Snow, again, opening kill here for paiN.
Yeah, but that's the 3rd time he's had them coming through the smoke in Palace to Adam. He's had a really easy time defending against that. Now, 60 has cracked open the middle of the map. This is gonna get weird. Pyria once again pushed. And it seems like they know it with the way Nemanja's coming up these stairs. He's going to clear off to the left.
Good kill from HexT. At least opens up a chance again. They keep finding little opportunities here towards this B site. Wildcard. Can get that bomb slipped out.
Oh, the double flank, though, or triple flank, excuse me, is going to be a little bit crazy. If biguzera grabs one kill here, and he will. Hex, a little too confident that there's no problems.
He's frustrated, very frustrated about that. Now it's 60 with a 1v3. They're all coming from the same position.
He doesn't know that.
Gonna start looking for him. He has info, surely, on that nade. Gonna spot the player at the window, but yep, still looking for the third. Doesn't have the information of it. Can he figure this out? 60's got a chance at this. Nearly gets back to it. So close, but yet so far, and you're right, just a lack of information as to where those last three players are coming from.
Snow's even got a cheeky smile on his face too, because I think the paiN guys know, like, you in that situation, you'll never expect a third. Even that nade, as you mentioned, could have been a selling point. I think that was the first guy's nade he had pinned that he just dropped on the death. But man, there's no way you're having that information. Tough clutch to deal with. Gets a couple of kills in it, makes it look possible. Final round of this first half.
AK's out, and here goes Nemanja trying to get out, but again, it's Snow. If you're just going to keep coming through the smokes, you're just going to keep nailing the headshots. So, just farming now, paiN. It's 11 rounds right there on the tee. Looks good for them.
This is a like scrappy pug round that things have gotten so disorganized and the half is already over and the team knows they've been beaten up that it's just kind of like go see if you can get a kill. Playing Gladiator a little bit towards that B bomb site. Hex the last one left. What an impressive bounce back after map 1 in this series from paiN. They showed that same dominance we saw for 6 rounds on map 1, and they've just never relinquished it. Like, the difference being, Inferno, they faded away for whatever reason. After they started getting going on Nuke, they never faded off whatsoever. Not a single bit.
You just realize that you haven't done enough here at all, Wildcard. You've not shown up to the last 2 maps.
From round 4 on Nuke to now, it's 24-1 run.
It's pretty dominant, to put it lightly. Oh, smiles back at the faces of paiN, who even had chances to win Inferno, even when they weren't playing their best, getting it into overtime. But the better team definitely going to pull out today. And Wildcard's key, just a few moments away from being crushed, along with their dreams.
Yeah, they'll be eliminated, and paiN will move on to play, I believe it was Mongols lost that series against Na'Vi, so next up for them is going to be the Mongols in this lower bracket run they have. Rek not seeing anything, but they're close around that corner. Now he spots an elbow. There's the utility. Shots with the USP not landing, tapping away. 2 players out in the open.
Well, here it comes. The paiN attack out through A, 1 through Palace, 4 through Ramp. There's a flank coming in, and it is quick from Nemanja, but is he even going to be quick enough to have a shot at doing anything in the round? Because his teammates could all die here. They're letting him move, letting him try and get around the back, and he will have his chance. Safe turns, and Safe has got the kill on the flanking player. Nothing going right here for Wildcard. Nothing at all going right for them. MHL is going to try and change that fact as he comes back in. It is a double kill. Hex is there with him. They've got to get on the defuse soon. Piria's died at Palace, and it is just Safe who's taking a goosh, trying to deny the defuse. And he has got him off the defuse. Still a little bit of time. Hex trying to body block, and he will help out. So Wildcard fighting away. It's a real brawl in that one, and that's going to be a 3K from Hex, 2 from MHL, and they do recover the round.
Really nice shooting from Hex. I'm surprised to see paiN drop that one. That's like the round they lost in the first half as well, where it felt like they had the advantages. But good shooting on the retake, and Hex keeps him alive for the moment. I'll tell you what, VSM has some disgusting shots in that round. The jump over to take the player down at Ticket. He's got a spin around over towards Jungle as well, right here. Boop. See ya. And this one right as well. Lovely shooting from VSM to get a double kill, but it's not going to matter at the end of the day. That might be the first time I mentioned I hadn't seen paiN kind of really break out and try and do too much. That may be the first time we saw some individuals take a few peeks they didn't need to.
I just checked as well that Mongols Na'Vi game is still going at the moment.
Is it?
Raging into the 3rd map.
Okay, I was incorrect.
Still up to...
I saw the first map score and then I saw them empty a while ago. I thought that was just over.
Well, 2 one-sided maps. First 2, and Close on the third over there on Mirage. That's on the A stream here at the Esports World Cup. But I hear chess is popping off over there, Jason. They have they have like breakdancers, martial arts going on over there. And we've got some martial arts here from Pyria walking out with his Deagle.
That's the kind of drums that tell me Magnus Carlsen is in the house.
Yeah. Liquid have a chance to win something.
We'll always have that, won't we? Well, the one kill from Pyria's Deagle. You haven't been able to recover anything, no utility, so you need more shots from the Deagle. Either Pyria or VSM need to deliver something. Middle of the map's wide open. You got 60 peeking off short. MHL watching for the boost up.
They're going to start marching into the rifles now. Pyria's got another one on the Deagle. Yeah, but the kills come in here from Wildcard and well handled from MHL in the end. So that'll be a 4K from MHL. Jumping up the scoreboard a bit. And Wildcard showing some life in them yet. But here comes the buy from paiN. This could put them up to series point.
It has to be such a god tier CT side, doesn't it? It's going to be a long time before we feel like Wildcard is getting back into this map. AK-47s across the board, safe 13 kills. Snow is having the big game, 17 kills, 4 deaths. A talking point every time they step in the server. Great performance from the paiN players today.
He only gets that shot on the jump up. Yeah, it's good. It's fine. I mean, we started today just talking about wanting to see Snow. Where are the individuals? We know that paiN definitely have the better individual skill across the board, right? But not always getting to see it come together. It's a good kill here from MHL, who definitely has shown a little bit of promise at the start of the second half, finally warming up into it.
See how mobile he can be with that AWP. I think that AWP is going to have a lot to say if they want this comeback to happen. A lot of picks just like that. Meanwhile, the execute coming towards the B bomb site as this smoke fades. Safe with utility, going to bring up the rear. Pyria and Snow, the front men of the attack. biguzera coming in third in support. Only one defender here, and it's HexT.
Jumping out, coming in towards HexT right now. He holds down the Sprite. That's going to be 2 quick ones from HexT. Snow to respawn. And now it's just Snow and Safe digging themselves out of this hole. And they've actually done a very good job of it. Perhaps they've brought the right tools. 35 seconds left. You got Nemanja, though, spamming down to the box. And that does put all the pressure on Safe, which he will not handle against MHL.
Yep, could have got that kill on MHL. Might have been a little bit different. Put yourself in a 1v2. Nice round from Wildcard. Good holdover on the B bomb site as well. No strength in that from paiN. 4 versus 5, trying to execute. Can't find that first kill out towards short. This is the opening. MHL with the quick shot. Nobody looking right. HexT has complete vision with no flashbangs being thrown, and paiN too difficult to break in. They call a timeout, their second. Plenty of rounds to work with nursing this 7-round lead. But a timeout that's meant to prevent Wildcard from building momentum. Make your adjustments now so that they don't get into that position you found yourself in on Inferno, where Wildcard was just so confident in the defense they had, so much money, able to rebuy constantly. paiN will spend round 16 with Deagles. Deagles.
Well, they can often bring some fires. And how many times have we seen the Deagle round that's meant to just be, okay, let's take a pause and
I know, just like a bogus, wait for the next one, and it just wins the game.
It can happen. Not looking like it's going to happen here. A lot of damage being done early in mid. Trying to slow down any of the momentum that paiN are trying to build at the start of the round here. Pyria giving out a Palace. Could get a chance here. Ooh, AWP spots him, and MHL just drops at the right time.
He had the shot, he did the damage, right? Connects onto the head, and that's exactly what you're looking for, but now the rifles can unleash. So just a matter of time. 11-5 will be the score. And again, money building on the Wildcard side, that makes you feel the scoreboard's always going to be ugly until you know, eventually it's not, but when you're making these comebacks, having some cash in the bank, so important to know that a round lost, you're not just devastated. It still lets you feel the confidence to dig into the playbook and go for some risky moves. Coming up after this match on the B stream, we've got 3D Max facing off against Magic as our next series of the day over here on the B stream.
Yeah, they've played a couple times, and each series has featured at least one overtime.
It does seem to stay close, that series, doesn't it, that matchup?
I'm sure we'll be getting comfy for that game. Let's see how close this one can get. Wildcard not out of it yet, but here comes paiN's buy again, and it's one where they finally have enough to get the AWP out.
Ooh, good shot. The pop-up. All right, once more, paiN look to break down this defense and peel it apart. Round 17. This time it's safe with the opening kill. The Manya comes in.
Oh, the AWP making the difference right away. And MHL trying to get the trade. He stuck around, but that's good utility usage. 60 getting out towards short, catching safe, and pulling that kill right back.
Ooh, Piria's feeling frisky right now. He's making some plays after the Deagle round. He's got a wide open A bomb site to work with. He's so confused about how it's so clear. And because of that, he's spending so much time checking close corners that he can't take advantage of it. Trying to clear out close A ramp for his teammates coming up. Smoke doesn't land at all where VSM wanted it to. So they'll have to consider the top of stairs, but all this utility tells Wildcard everything they need to know. No bomb plant is possible.
biguzera tries to back off towards Tetris.
This will be a save.
He's going to go forward and just fight towards the jungle players, but yeah, it's if you can save, if you can get away. It doesn't even look like biguzera has that luxury, so it's just Snow holding on. All right, start to finally feel like Wildcard have got some momentum.
Now, at this point in the game, Dinko, because during the first half we were chit-chatting, and it felt a lot like how Inferno started. Does this feel a lot like how Inferno ended?
Ooh, it does
this
feel a little bit more
shift
like
in that direction?
But did it happen too late? That's the question.
Yeah, well, there's still a long way to go. But these rounds have been pretty clean, all things considered. Like, first gun round, MHL gets the pick on VSM in the underpass, and you shut down the B hit in a 5-on-4. Now here, you lose the opening pick, but you get him right back, and you just demolish everything after that. You've got control. So these rounds haven't gotten close yet.
I'll tell you, Jason, I've just looked over to my left, and I found the white glove man who deals with the crushing of the keys, and he is standing in front of the Wildcard guys in a suit over here, just behind the man with the white t-shirt there.
Oh, sure, yeah.
And, you know, that might be inspiration. You know, seeing that guy, he's like, oh, I don't want to have to see you right now. Like, a reminder that your key is about to be crushed in front of everybody.
You think maybe it's like an early jinx for paiN? He came over a little too soon?
Yeah, he came out early. It might be his fault. Yeah.
Well, we know the rules. Production always say, round 11, be in your spot.
AK-47 for Snow. Tech 9s for the rest. And perhaps a quick B-pop. Could that deliver the 12th round win? Here they come. Rushing in towards them. 60 trying to get his rifle out in time. Sprays away. Does a little bit of damage, but it's pressure on Hex to try and hold on. And he only gets the one. Damage has been given out, but it doesn't really matter right now with that bomb plant coming through. There's a shot at winning this for paiN.
Yeah, a small one, because they can't get cleaned up so easily. Flashbang comes out. Good shot from 60. They press the envelope. They scaled this quicker than paiN was expecting, and there's not enough weapons to slow it down. biguzera against 4.
It's got to be massive from biguzera here from behind the van. It's the first and the second. Okay, it's on now. biguzera suddenly has a chance. This would be unbelievable. This would be unstoppable. And biguzera looking to knock them for 6. That is an unreal clutch coming in from biguzera. He stood no chance, no right in winning it, but he absolutely devastates Wildcard.
Oh, he just rips their heart out and shows it off to him after the fact. The ice cold over at the van, 1 versus 4, nowhere to go, and kills them all.
Oh, you just seen it coming to the one player with the rifle. They start funneling in towards him one by one. That retake, that looks so clean from Wildcard, so decisive. They run in, they chop them up, they're back in a strong position. And biguzera, the last man standing, that is a moment we've been waiting for all series long.
Oh, this is crazy. They have no nades left, no utility, nothing to get in and try and eliminate them. They had time on the clock. They could have played it slower. Look how much time is left in the bomb. And everyone falls prey. Isolated fights. Nobody closes the gap. biguzera cues the white glove man to pick up the key. 12-6.
The first glove's on. It looks like it's going to be the end of the story here for Wildcard. Too little, too late. They take a timeout ahead of this. But how can you recover from this? paiN just running at you now. Snow coming forward. Nemanja, good double kill. It's not going to be enough. Next target's there for Pyria and VSM. It's just MHL and 60 left alone, and they've still got some fight in them. MHL with that AWP pick. And a 2v2, plenty of time.
Yeah, but they don't want to press the issue into the bomb site. I think that at the moment they're operating under the assumption that they're going to break away from this A site and wrap around the map. MHL's already got a little bit of a read, a little bit of a jump on it, falling back towards Cat. Wants to be able to turn on timing. If his teammate doesn't sense anything at the A bomb site, his will be the B site and responsibility. 1 minute, an extended 2v2, and nobody knows anything on the map. Information lost for every player.
biguzera still alive. Still fueled by his clutch. He'll be walking towards MHL, rounding this corner against the AWP. An all-important kill, and MHL spotted him. That's the bomb, and it drops with 30 seconds left, and VSM is so far away from it.
Yeah, no chance now. I think he's hoping that he might be able to spot the AWP and grab the kill really quickly, and then you can play the 1v1. 15 seconds. Pick up the bomb, but there's no time to make it into the site. Desperately try and plant at A, but you have no time to clear anyone. So this will be ended by 60. No chance this plant is allowed. And that's a 7th for Wildcard. They hang on in the game after a devastating post-plant clutch loss, a 1v4 from biguzera, but it does not knock them off their game. I do like the call, though, from paiN. Out of that clutch, high octane, aggressive. See if you can catch them in a lull. See if you can catch them in some frustration.
They move out middle here, paiN. Again, heavy numbers, just trying to spam down through the smoke. Nemanja is going to take a little bit of that damage. biguzera, though, grabs the opening kill on 60.
Well, Pyria's number might get called next. Rek is going to tuck himself into the corner. MHL is playing exposed from Ticket. So Rek, that's why you can see him taking this wider angle. Goes down, that means the AWP has to drop off Ticket. Everyone from paiN relocating to this A bomb site. 2 defenders on the other side of the map. MHL is on his own for the next 5-6 seconds.
It's time for MHL to show us why Wildcard have gone out and picked him up. Brought him into this team. There's some stability in the AWPing department to bail you out of moments like this, and unfortunately, not going to be happening for him. Snow and Pyria taking 2 kills, leaving HexT on his own, 1v5 to try and save his team, and it will be denied by biguzera. paiN Gaming stay alive here at the Esports World Cup, and will knock out Wildcard.
Very nice showing out of paiN. Yeah, a little bit labored towards the end. Wildcard on that CT side starting to get into a little bit point where that defense was looking strong, but paiN, you mentioned it. Yeah, it might have changed a little bit, but paiN just gets way too far.